I have lived in Singapore for about 7 years. I thought I understood this country. Then I became a father here. And I realized I didn't understand it at all. Very first topic is money, everyone's favorite.
Your shirt got rice.
Okay. And we're doing this mukbang style. Check it out. This is the longest chicken rice I've ever seen. 5 packs leh. How to eat?
Let's take bit by bit.
No, it will fall if you just normally take. So you gotta do like,
Don't waste.
take it like this over the bowl. Mukbang
You
failure.
already dropped already.
Yeah, it's dropping on the wall. Cheers. So happy I get to eat all of this, huh? You know, it seems like the number one worry of becoming a parent is money. People say they don't want kids because they don't have enough money. But did you know that the Singapore government actually gives a lot of money? Okay, I have the list. Number 1, baby bonus. For your first child, you get $11,000. Did you know this?
Yeah, I know.
But it's paid like a staggering payment, right?
Yeah.
Not at once.
Not all at once.
Yeah, so this is 11K, guys. Not bad, huh? Then we have MediSave newborn grant for about $4,000. Did you know about this?
I don't know.
And then SG60 baby gift. This is not money, but
That's
it's
a goodie bag.
yeah, it's a goodie bag that contains like bottles, backpack. Total value is about $300. What do you say? And this is where it gets amazing. We have government paid paternity leave. So it's 4 weeks for fathers. It's capped at 2.5K per week or a total of 10K. And for mothers, it's even better. It's 16 weeks. And on top of that, did you know you can get something called the shared parental leave? This one, like, we almost didn't get it, right?
Yeah, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, we didn't know about it, but it's a lot. So you are entitled to 6 weeks of this leave. It's to be shared between the couple. So I can take 3 week, wifey 3 week, or I can take 6 week, wifey 0. So the total of an average couple who makes around like 6K each, so like 12K household income, it's about 56K.
That's quite a lot.
Crazy, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying this is enough because it's probably not, you know, parenting will cost much more money. But like, I think we have to be grateful that we still get this amount of money.
I don't know how do we compare to overseas.
Yes.
How much does Japan give?
You hungry? You want chicken light? So Japan is very different. I'm from Japan, so I know it quite well. Japan is less direct cash, but more leave.
More leave.
Yeah, so the first 6 months, you get around 67% of salary. But most people, I mean, it depends on the couple, but they will extend it until like 1 year. So the first 6 months, 67% of salary. After that, until 1 year is 50% of salary. So it's very typical to take a 1 year leave.
Wow, that's very different.
Yeah, because Singapore, right?
Yeah.
Some 2 months already, they go back.
Yeah.
So that's why many Jipung lang, right? We are shocked that so many Singaporeans, they go back to work so quickly.
Wow, that's actually very good. No, as in, the support is actually very good.
No, but
very encouraging for the mothers to stay at home.
correct. So in Japan system, you have more time to bond with your baby, and there's no pressure that you have to go back to work so quickly. I feel like Singapore, right? There's a pressure, right? Do you think so?
I think so. I know of some people, they want to go back because they're afraid that their roles might be gone.
This is like a real dilemma for mothers, right?
I think there's this pressure of like people may not like it that you go for so long.
So in a nutshell, the Singapore model gives you cash, support working parents, push return to work plus childcare system. Whereas in Japan, they protect parents staying at home, income replacement instead of cash, and much longer leave culture. What do you think of this as a Singaporean? Because like a lot of Japanese, right? I think we like the Japan system where we have a lot of time to bond. I heard the typical baby age to put them in childcare is like 1 year old.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Wow.
In Singapore, I heard the average, like average out everything is like 6 months,
Yeah,
4
4
months.
months, 6 months. Yeah. Actually, I prefer the Japan model.
Oh, do you?
I feel like it's more important to bond with your baby at such a young age. Maybe most people feel like, oh, it's not important, they won't remember anything. I feel like it's important to me.
And that's why we still haven't put baby to childcare. She's about 10 months old, but we are considering it right now. And it's very like amazing time with the baby, you know. But money-wise, like I think the Singapore system is pretty amazing. There's so much cash. I
It's
think
very
the problem.
different, the model. Very different.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah.
Like both good and bad. It's like no, you can't say which one's better.
Yeah. The Singapore model encourages the woman to step out lah, to go back to work.
Yes,
which
correct.
is not a bad thing also. Most moms, they may miss like the working life. It's like going back to your old routine
So,
and stuff.
okay, this is important. In Japan, right, a lot of the mom, they feel so lonely. Because the husband go back to work so quickly, like you're isolated almost with your baby. And of course, like being a parent, like especially like doing a solo, it's so lonely and it can be very tiring.
Yeah, it is.
Like mentally and physically, and a lot of the Japanese moms, they suffer. So for those people, like it's probably good that they can just put the baby to childcare
good
like
for mental
very
health.
fast
Yeah.
and go back to work and live like a normal life again. So this video is about talking about like parenthood, and I would like to talk about like what's my biggest change like after becoming a dad is that my priority changed. Huh? So I used to believe that like I had to increase my profit every year. Like same for like salarymen. Like you need to keep on raising your salary. But I noticed that comes with drawbacks, right? Of course you have to work more, and that will come with less time with baby. I was quite shocked that I stopped working harder. I mean, I do work hard, but like I spend much less time because I spend time with my baby. She's very needy, by the way. Recently, I just leave the room for like 2 seconds, she will immediately cry. So no time lah. But it's okay. This is what matters the most. I'll be honest, initially it was quite tough for me because I think my profit went down 50%. And I'm not exaggerating, 50% minus. But eventually I just noticed all the pros that come with it. I have so much time with my baby. How about you, wifey?
It's really tough. It's like the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. Even harder than running a marathon.
You're doing amazing.
Yeah, it's really tough. Mentally, physically, both.
It's like nobody really talks about it.
Nobody. Because maybe everyone's too tired to talk about it. Then once you're over the phase, right, you thought you wouldn't remember the difficult times, I think. Especially because we do everything ourselves, we don't have a helper also. It's very tough, but right now it's much better because she's bigger now. And we start to really enjoy our times with her, not just like feeling tired, but I also feel very happy every day. It's like she's very cute and fun to play with.
Yeah. Everyday milestone.
Yeah, every day.
I feel like I can communicate with her more.
She can
Last time,
understand us really.
she's just like this.
Yeah.
Now, like we can. Konnichiwa. Oi, oi, oi. See, she laughed, right? We can communicate.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed is the danger of comparing, especially wifey. I feel like you spend too much time on social media. Don't you feel like this tingling sensation of wondering, is my baby late in development?
Development?
Yeah, like on social media, some baby, they can stand at age like 6 months. They can like smile at like age like 1 month. And when you keep on seeing that, you feel like, my baby, me also, like, I see babies, they eat with their hand, the food. Our baby right now, still training, cannot. So I feel like, am I doing something wrong? And this is the bad thing about social media.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I'm already past this stage lah.
You don't anymore?
No.
Really?
Because I know her development is fine. In fact, she's actually more advanced than other kids.
Yeah, she can flip pages.
Yeah.
Don't play. But again, every baby is different. So like we
have to be kiasu
we
or
don't
what
need to be too kiasu.
As long as she's healthy, it's fine.
Because in the end, like 30 years from now, like does it make a difference? I don't think so. Me, I was brought up like aga. You also, right? Our parents, we have 2 siblings each. Our parents, of course, they cannot like look after so carefully lah. So we were brought up quite aga, but still okay lah. And I stopped looking at just one thing and just feeling jealous. Like for example, the baby we see on social media, she might be able to walk at age 6 months, but she might be super insecure because the parents are constantly taking TikTok video. So it's important to look at the whole picture. We can't just feel jealousy at one area because there's probably like a lot of cons. You're really a pro at mukbang. Wifey loves Stephanie Su, so she knows how to do all this. It's the same with adult life, Like we look at one thing about people and we feel jealousy. Like for example, this guy got money. He might have money, but he might be lonely, no friends, working all the time, no free time, right? So it's important to just look at the whole picture. Try to look at the whole picture. That's what I learned. Am I philosophical?
Huh? Philosopher?
I can't even say it. Okay, next up. Doing dad things are actually fun. Sorry, I thought it was lame to take babies to like zoo and like, you know, aquarium and
Farms.
like yeah, farms, like because like for a dog it's not so fun lah. But it's so fun now.
Yeah.
Last time we took our baby to a farm at where?
New Zealand.
Queensland, right? Queenstown. And that was so fun. It's not the animals. It's not looking at the animals that's fun. It's fun looking at our baby.
Yeah.
She was so happy, looking at the dog,
Yeah.
the sheep. So now I understand why parents always like go to these boring places.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about themselves. They just want to see their baby looking happy and smiling. Just looking at her smile makes my day. But I do feel like life was more simple before we had kids.
For sure.
Yeah, right? It's
Yeah.
much more
I
complicated.
realized that I had so much time, you know. Right now,
So
right?
much.
Wow, I'm amazed by how many things I can do in a day. You know, and then the tiredness is okay, like manageable still.
I guess humans adapt, right?
Yeah.
So if you're wondering if you should have kids, because having a kid, it'll make life more complicated, you'll have less time. And yes, you will have less time. But the good news is humans adapt. Humans can do this, you know? Like, we also like slowly adapt. Like we are getting better
Yeah.
at managing our time. We are getting better at making her sleep. We are very efficient, right? Like there are a lot of these, not a lot, some of these pocket times, and we can do so much in this little pocket time, you know. Going back to the topic, and now I have this sense of having meaning in life. I don't know about you, wifey, but like previously, like before having a child, like I feel like my life was very, very selfish. It's all about me, me and my work, and of course wifey, but like mainly me. But now it's like it's not about me anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I actually don't care about me. It's only about her. I want her to just have a happy life, you know.
For me, it's about my happiness, right? Right now, it's somebody else's happiness.
Correct.
As long as my baby is
That's what I meant.
happy, I'm happy. I never thought I would become like that.
Yeah. So you know, like wifey, right? She doesn't feel great if the baby has a constipation or not feeding well.
Yeah.
Right? That has to be the base. So baby has to be well, then we can feel happy. But I think it's great that we now have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like every day, every week. Sorry guys, I wish I can show you, but she looks so funny. She's like looking around. Sometimes we have eye contact and she smiles. What are you looking forward to next?
Or for her to start talking more. I think that would be
Talking, yeah.
so cute. Yeah, and of course walking and stuff, but I think talking will be so fun. Yeah, I want her to also be able to experience more things. I want her to just experience as many things as she can. That would be the best. What have you learned about yourself after becoming a father?
Oh, what have I learned?
Nothing.
Of course not nothing. Is it nothing? I learned that I'm very immature. You know,
Before that?
No, I thought I would just love her 100%, right? Sometimes like I get like I'm like more. When she doesn't eat, when she declines to eat, and when she makes so much sound, I know I'm immature. I will say more urusai, and I feel bad after that. What have you learned?
I think similar to what I said just now, like her emotions are I'm very affected by her emotions.
Yeah.
I can actually do a lot of things. My endurance is quite good. You know, I'm a person who need to
Definitely.
sleep like 10 hours a day last time.
Yeah.
And then ever since she's born, right, my sleep is just broken up into
Yeah.
3 parts every night. And then after I feed her at night, right, I want to rest, so I will use my phone.
Wait. That's not resting, you know? That's not
No,
resting.
it's very stressful. So because if she doesn't want to sleep, I have to make her sleep. And then it's very stressful, right? So after I need to de-stress in the middle of the night.
I understand,
So
I understand.
I will sometimes take a shower at 4 a.m.
Yeah, wow.
I will drink like a can of soda.
Can lah, of course, you're very stressed.
But I think it really trains your endurance and your the amount of energy you have in yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I have like much more respect towards mothers
Yeah.
after becoming a dad.
Especially mothers of multiple kids.
I was gonna say that. Our parents.
Without any help.
Your mom has 3 kids, my mom has 3 kids.
Homemade. Yeah.
How did they do it?
That's really crazy.
It's crazy. And again, nobody talks about this.
Nobody.
Especially last time people.
Because in the past, I mean, maybe nobody had the mindset of like, how to say, I don't want. I think because having kids is like
it
quite
was the
common.
default.
And then
True,
having
true,
3
true.
kids maybe is also very normal.
Yeah.
Just
I sometimes think about this, like having more options in life make life more difficult. Sometimes it's better to just have no option, right?
No lah.
I feel like that. Right now, same with work. Now, like so many people, they have so many options. They can try to become an influencer. They can try to work at a company, and like you don't know which direction you should choose. Huh? Yeah. Same with parenting. But I think one thing for sure is that when you have multiple kids, you just try to take it easy.
Yeah.
Or else cannot.
I feel like the second and the third child will not have any much attention.
I'm sure most parents will try, but they just cannot. But I think it's okay. Like if you take it too seriously, I think this is why we don't have many babies. We take it too seriously.
Yeah.
We think,
they must do this.
yeah, we must take them to tuition.
Chinese cram school.
Yeah, wow, money. But no, do you really have to take them to all these school? Do you really have to give them like 2,000% of your attention? There's one influencer in Japan who's saying like, oh, just take it easy lah. Just you don't have to be too much lah. Then I somewhat agree lah. If you do too much, it will break your mental.
Does he have children?
Yeah, 2 children.
No, I feel like guys are generally more relaxed.
Yeah.
Really. It's just genetic.
And this is why there's a tension between mom and dad sometimes.
Yeah, and guys are better at certain things. Women are better at certain things. This is undeniable. You are better at certain things like maybe playing with her. For me, I'm always stressed about like the
basic,
foundational things like
wellness,
her
the basic wellness.
Her hunger,
True.
her health. Yours is more like a play kind of focus.
Play and
That's what I think lah. I assume. Dads are more like playful. Moms are more educational.
So this one, okay guys, I want to ask you guys. So this is another issue with me and my wifey. She is already trying to teach words and like Chinese.
No, read.
Reading. So
I hardly speak Mandarin to her.
Academic thing. But do you know there are so many research saying that you don't have to do this at this point. Just play. Just nurture the curiosity. Just enjoy nature. So that's my philosophy. I want her to just play. Don't need to do math and all that right now.
I never teach maths lah.
No, but you're trying to like teach like math.
I'm teaching her language.
Language. So I think it's a bit. Don't need to do all this.
Language you must start from young.
This is the difficult part. Like people like me, I don't know how in Singapore because it's very hot. So playing it outside is a bit. Difficult right now. She's too young.
The haze is
The
terrible.
haze is bad, and the general environment, just this whole like kiasu culture, is a bit worrying for me. I want her to be a bit more easy lah. So.
I'm not kiasu.
Oh really, man? Yeah, I really have this fear of raising a kid in a super competitive system like the PSLE. I think I wonder if I'm raising a happy kid or a successful kid. But I'm now starting to lean towards being okay with the Singapore system because I'm a hardcore believer of suffering and working hard when you're young because it makes sense. When you're young, you can grind and then that will eventually pay off and you can kind of take it easy when you're older. And I feel like that's me, you know, like I worked really hard when I was young, like when I was in my 20s. When I started off as a freelance blogger and after that a newbie YouTuber, I was working my butt off. Like I woke up at 6, worked from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., went to the gym and repeat. And that's one reason I have the privilege of just taking it easy. I don't upload that often anymore, but it's not killing me financially. And I realize that the same probably applies to kids. Like it's probably very difficult and demanding in the Singapore education system, but hopefully it will get easier when you grow up. I don't know, what do you guys think? I really want your opinion on this as a Singaporean. Okay, moving on. Some people might ask me like, do I have any regrets? And My answer is I have absolutely no regrets of having a child.
For me, it's more like I regret not maybe mentally preparing myself.
But how do you mentally
Yeah,
prepare?
as in
Cannot.
maybe how to say imagine the scenarios more like daily scenarios better. I thought losing sleep wasn't such a bad thing. I thought like blah blah blah, it's not so bad. But then the reality was so bad.
I don't really have regret because I feel like I did a lot of things. I was a backpacker for a year. We went to so many places, wifey, and I'm more just excited about her future. So that is all. We almost finished the 5 packs chicken rice. Just a very casual conversation with me and wifey on our thoughts of becoming a parent. If you are a parent, let me know your thoughts. If you want to have kids but don't know if you really want to, just let me know your thoughts in the comment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, guys. Jipung lanzao. Goodbye.